Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. This is not a brohawk today. I look more like one of those fancy chickens just cruising around the yard. All right, we're gonna talk about the Dow Jones. Dow Jones soared, what, over 1,200 points? Because inflation is coming down. No, actually it's not. Inflation's still rising. It just rose at a less of a percent than they thought. I have a weird feeling. I've got a weird feeling here. Let's throw this out there. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm right. I think economists have figured out because this time the economists were wrong because they expected inflation to be higher and it came in a little bit lower. So the stock market rallied. I wonder if they're figuring it out going, you know what, if we guess wrong to the upside on inflation and then it comes in lower, that's gonna cause everybody to get excited, buying stocks, and that I believe is what actually happened. I'm not joking, that's the conspiracy theorist inside of me, but you know what? It just sounds like it makes sense, right? So the Dow Jones is up like 1,200 points, everything's excited, everybody's excited. Even Japan just opened up and was it the Nikkei? It's up like 2% or something like that. The last time I checked before I was going to bed. And it's because inflation is slowing, it's still going up. We're still in the hurt locker, right? But it's slowing. Now the thing is we've seen this before. We've seen 2 Julys. Last July, inflation numbers came out weaker than expected, and the July before that. But then what happened right afterwards? It popped right back up, okay? So I do not think that we are out of the woods. I think that food and energy are going to still play very strong parts in this. And then remember, even though the stock market pops, and I'm gonna get to a story in just a second, because inflation is lessening, still positive inflation, it's lessening, we're not in deflation. What's gonna happen is as people get so much in pain that they buy less goods, and that's what they're measuring. They're measuring everything except for food and energy here, because those things are still going up. That's what matters. Everything's gonna crash because nobody's gonna have any money, and then what's gonna happen is that's gonna flow through into the stock market, and the stock market's gonna sell off, all right? So that's what I foresee this winter, and this is really happening right now. All right, out of CNBC, okay? It says stock futures rise after S&P 500 posts its biggest one-day rally since 2020. It says stock futures rose Friday after China said it would ease some measures. Can't say that word anymore. You get in trouble. Building on optimism from lighter than feared inflation data that fueled a broad market rally in the previous session. So let's say COVID's they're easing, right? And we've been we're with bated breath, just waiting for COVID. Dang it. Oh, well, it's too late now because the ninja doesn't edit. With China, just like they're synonymous with one another. I wonder why. So when China wanting to open, oh gosh. I'm sorry. Ninja, this is so unprofessional. Stop laughing, you're shaking the camera. I don't care. If you don't like this and this is unprofessional, leave the channel. All right, so they're synonymous with one another. They're open. I've already screwed up the algorithm. Who cares? With China wanting to open up, right? And the whole world's like, yes, China's open. We get more crap, useless crap from China. That's so sweet. Amazon's gonna be stoked because they're hemorrhaging money right now. And it's evident in their share price. But the point is that when they open, what good is that gonna be, right? Well, okay, they're gonna need more fuel. Because they're going to be moving around vehicles and stuff because they're open, they're going to get out of their cells, their houses, and they're going to be able to do things, right? So there's going to be more demand for fuel. Score. That means one of the biggest economies in the world are going to start pulling on the demand, causing more demand for fuel. Well, that can't work out good. And then they're going to be, running around and burning up calories, and they're going to be going out to eat and stuff. So that means restaurants are going to need to buy more food. Oh, crap. That's true. Huh. It's almost like these pros and these algorithms have no freaking, I said it right, clue that when China reopens, it's going to cause more demand on the crap we actually need and not the crap that we don't. Like another Siri bot in our house recording everything we do. So you see, the problem is that as much as everybody's all excited, these algos are excited to trade these stocks and bid them all up, and CNBC is like, please, just some good news so that China can open up, it's actually gonna spell doom. I'm gonna be honest with you, just give it a quarter, give it 3 months. says futures tied to the Dow Jones Industrial added 152 points, or 0.5%. The S&P 500 futures were up 0.5%. The NASDAQ 100 futures rose more than 0.7%. I should be a news anchor. Shares of the U.S.-listed Chinese stocks jumped in the pre-market after China said it would lift some of the Fed restrictions, shortening quarantine time. What, to like half of a lifetime? For international travelers by 2 days. Oh, cool. So you only get to go to prison for 2 days. That's cool. 3 hots and a cot for 2 days. I mean, what's not to love? Let's all sign up and go to China next week. Shares of Alibaba, Pinduoduo, and JD.com were up about 5%, 5.5%, and 8% respectively. Who gives a crap? This is not good. I'm going to be honest with you. Hey, you're going to be a prisoner, but just not so much of a prisoner. Just like, sort of a, we're just going to like put you in that corner with bars around you, and you have to stay there for a second. You have to prove your worthiness and that you're not sick. Can't make this crap up, guys. I mean, who would have thought? Just put it down in the comment section. Would you have guessed this 3 years ago? I mean, honestly. The Ninja would have. But that's just because I saw the documents that said this is what their plan was, to get us into a central bank digital currency. That's why we are getting out of debt. If you are new to this channel right now, I'm not joking right now. All joking aside, stick around this channel because I have to use sarcasm as a weapon to get people involved to understand that we need to get out of debt, we need to get into inflation hedges, we need to get into God's money, and we need to take on the elites. And we are going to do that. It says the news built on Thursday's rally when major averages posted their biggest one-day gain since 2020. It's a big deal. It's a big deal when you get super pumped that your inflation just smacked you a little bit yesterday and not like a ton like it did in August and September. Following that 1,200 points rally, which was a smaller, sorry, it says right here, the Dow Jones jumped more than 1,200 points following a smaller than expected rise. Guys, we need to understand something very, very serious. Things are going to get very serious this winter. Energy is going to hyperinflate around the world. It is going to jump. I would not be surprised to see energy costs double from here by the end of February. They want you in a position where you are in full-blown panic mode and you are going to take any stimulus you can from the government. But this time it's not going to come from the government. It's going to come from a private bank called the Federal Reserve, where they're going to inject money into your own wallet on your cell phone effortlessly. And what you don't realize is as the dopamine trips off in your brain, and you get super excited because you're going to finally be able to pay off a debt or buy food that you haven't, the same type of food that you used to eat, like ribeyes and tri-tips, and put down the favorite food, but now you're used to Kraft mac and cheese because you're trying to save money just to be able to pay the car payment that you shouldn't have right now, or the overinflated house payment. You're going to take it not knowing that you're being put into a cell just like those in China because they're sick. This is very serious times, and I want people to wake up. And we want to assemble millions of people around the world that are prepared for this with food, with water filters, with anything that can hit them, they're going to be able to take, but also with cash and gold and inflation hedges with very little debt. Because as this crash happens, the masses are going to lose everything and the banks are going to get their greedy little hands involved. And what I want is I want the hands of the meek to take over and buy up all the assets on earth. I believe that is going to happen. That is why I believe that this channel, along with others, are very important and vital. I will be your cheerleader through this. I'm a watchman on the wall showing you what's happening in real time. Just get ready. It's going to be the ride of your life. I can guarantee it. There's nothing better than crushing it and winning in life, but also taking people with you at the same time. That being said, guys, the Economic Ninja is out.